Well, today I'm on a one of those iconic old farms in western Wisconsin. I'm kind of near River Falls, and I'm photographing this property. And look at this, it's just gorgeous. I mean, the wind's blowing. This pasture's lush. It's green. I could see so many people who would love to have a place like this to put their horses, kind of revitalize this old farm. There's so many of these farms that are just kind of going by the wayside. They're not operating as a cattle or dairy farms anymore, but they're perfect if you want to come into the country and be close to everything, because River Falls has a university, it's got a great town, the Kinnickinnick River, there's trout fishing, clean air, clean water, and you're close to everything. And that's what this place is. So I'm going to be photographing this. I hope I bring it to market, and if I do, because you follow me, you get to hear about it first. But if you've got about $500,000 and you're looking for a hobby farm, stay tuned. Now this property is a lot of road frontage, as you can see. There's a 40-acre parcel right here. I'm on the edge, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk into this property and I'm going to walk around the entire 40 acres. What I'm assessing it for is, can this property be split? Because with this much road frontage, oftentimes if the township lets you, you can subdivide this into a 20 or maybe 4 10s, 20, multiple 10s. It all depends on what the township allows you to do. The only way you're going to know if it's feasible to build is you got to get down in there. So first I'm going to walk it, then I'm going to talk to the sellers to see if they're interested in doing a subdivide. And if they are, then I'm going to make a call to the township to see if they will allow to do the subdivide. But it requires some surveying, but you never know. But it's one way to sell a property quicker, because the cost per acre goes up, but the size of the acreage comes down and makes it more affordable to more people. So that's what we're going to do. We're diving into this timber. Let's go. Okay, well, it helps to do this on a cool day like today. It's a little overcast, a little bit of breeze, keep the bugs off you. It's not too humid. But my first impression here is we're on a high spot. The land kind of slopes down this way, and there's some lower areas down there. But I'm looking at the type of species of trees that I see, and I'm seeing a lot of elm, which indicates that the soil is rather damp. But I do see some hardwoods down in here, and the hardwoods will grow in a little drier soil. So perkability of this soil and building sites may be a question, so we would have to look into that for sure. All right, I'm already seeing some good deer sign here. There's a decent deer trail, and I tell you, this area where I'm at in Pierce County, Wisconsin, there's a licking branch right here, an old scrape down here. This is known for some pretty good deer, especially in these little farm lots like this. Ag land all the way around you, and you can really have some great hunting on these small little wood lots. You wouldn't think so, but those bucks are in here, let me tell you. Okay, well, on my mapping tools, I saw that there was a creek that came through here, and I found evidence of the creek right here, that it runs through the property and it runs off the property. And it's not so much a creek that has flowing water all the time with trout in it, but it's more of a seasonal drainage than anything. But this is something that has to be taken into account when you're going to build, because it couldn't interrupt how many building sites you have. And the only way you're going to know is you got to have a surveyor come out here, and he'll assess it for you and divide up the property into lots and tell you if he thinks it's possible to build. And then the perk testing for conventional or mound systems would be the next thing that you'd have to look into. And then accessibility, because sometimes these creeks can be considered wetland, and the DNR is real sensitive about you crossing those and destroying wetland. So that's another thing you got to look into. Well, we're starting to get some rain here. I'm gonna try to wrap this up, but there's a fairly large fallow field, it looks like, in the back of this property that they said is more of a pasture, and I found it. So you can see here, sorry for the rain on the lens if it's coming in, but we have a really thick area here that I'm sure is fantastic habitat. So I don't think it's great for farming or somebody that wants to build on it, but I tell you what, this type of habitat for hunting, dynamite. I'm gonna get back under the cover of the canopy and not get my phone all wet. Okay, well, I crossed the creek bed and I'm coming into a different area. You can see a demarcation. There's a trail right there. This is all hardwood here. There's a tree stand right there in the tree. And then here we have some type of mixed cedar. And these look like hickory or, excuse me, white oak, excuse me. And there's a bunch of them and there's rows all planted up. This whole thing is planted. So we're following this edge and I'm seeing there's rubs here. Check this out. There's rubs here. And as I work through here, I'm finding all kinds of sign, and reason being, so we're right on an edge, and that's why these bucks are working this edge. There's another one, look at that. They've been working that, but they're working this edge between this biome and that biome, which makes a lot of sense. So this is kind of a form of speed scouting. You know, you come in, you look at the maps, and then you come in here and you find these edges, and there's always deer signs. The deer love these edges. They just love walking different habitats. Thick stuff, humpy stuff. Here's another rub, and there's a bunch of them in here. So it's starting to rain. Good. We're working our way through here now. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up before my equipment gets soaking wet. But this is about a 48-acre piece that we're looking at. It's got road frontage. It's got an old creek that's partially flowing. It's raining on me. I'm in a cedar thicket. Definitely could be subdivided if allowed, but hopefully, so when you guys will get this as a hunting parcel, because it's definitely got some sign. But I'm out here, guys. I'm Neil Hogg, our land specialist, and I want to be your guy in the land business. See you later.